Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's now Friday the 9th of October, heading home at 5:20. That's not bad going for me. I have already dropped the parcels off, got that bit out of the way. I've got one left, so annoying. I've filled the entire locker up and just had one left. I thought I was going to do it because I got onto the, you know when it starts only giving you the big lockers, there's only 10 of those left. And I had 8 parcels when it started doing the big lockers. I thought, yes, I'm going to get rid of them all, but 2 people must have used the big ones, so I've got one parcel I couldn't get rid of here. But I'll drop it at some point this weekend. It's not a big issue. So, what I'm going to do now is Mr. Nellis's words of wisdom. And Mr. Nellis says, my things for you to talk about on your vlog. Me, as I've been to Cartwright Hall, as I have enjoyed looking around the David Hockney exhibition on Saturday morning. Sounds pretty good, Richard. I like watching Darren Grater's reviews every Sunday. I just don't watch any YouTube, and I should do really, but I just don't have a chance anymore. Pubs and restaurants which could close for 2 weeks starting on Monday. Yes, it's all going a bit Pete-tong, isn't it, really? So, the long-established second wave of coronavirus is well and truly here in the UK. Probably not far off what I predicted. All in for when it would come. I said about October, November when it's getting cooler. It actually started early September. I mean, it did catch me. I didn't expect it to be that soon. It started picking up, but there you are. So, like that man was on fire in his car then. Vaping, I presume. Just pouring smoke out from around him like. So, yes, what's this week been like? It's, I don't know, I'm done in, to be honest. It's becoming more and more draining every day, every week. Everything just is, there's too much. Way too much, and it's all just one big
warning, K-band, radar,
blob
speed.
of doing things all the time, which is very, very much hard work. So yeah, it's been pretty full on again, to be honest. Had a load of coffee from roasting on the Friday to bag up on the Monday. Somehow, though, I then ended up doing 8 roasts on the 30 kilo on Tuesday. How does that happen? I mean, I just don't understand, really. Very unexpected, after I'd done so many roasts on the previous Friday, to be off again on the... Oh, just missed that one. On the Tuesday. So, refreshing drink, man. Oh, that's better. Very juicy. So, yeah, very hectic. Lots of roasting on Tuesday. Wednesday, pretty much just catching up bagging coffee again, because this is the trouble. You roast that much now with a 30 kilo, you can't actually keep up with bagging it. Obviously you bag what you need to send out, because that's why you're roasting it in the first place. But then I've got all my food grade containers with lids that I can store it in until we get a chance to bag the rest up. But all that's quite time consuming now, bagging up so much coffee, and it takes ages, plus labelling and everything. So that was pretty busy. Did some roasting on the smaller 5 kilo on Thursday, and then today back on the 30 kilo again. So in fact, Just trying to think now. Did I end up doing 3 days on the 30? Yeah, no, I did Wednesday. I did the 5 kilo, and yesterday I did the 30 kilo for about 6 roasts. So that was unexpected. So yeah, 3 roasts this week with a 30 kilo is a lot of roasting, to be perfectly honest. It's been pretty full on. Ooh. Always that danger, isn't there? You get around this corner and they're all queued up. Many an accident that has occurred. So basically, yeah, it's been a week of a lot of roasting. A lot of roasting. But it's all good because it's all going places. Seem to keep having big commercial customers now buying volume amounts again, which is good, and still seeing loads of small amounts, 1 kilos, 2 kilos, 3 kilos, out to domestic customers, all those Hermes parcels. So we're still managing to shift product one way or the other, which is good. But as far as we can tell, the north of England, us, because we're so heinously bad with coronavirus everywhere, yeah, they're going to shut everything down. All the restaurants and pubs and cafes and everything. Not really said how long they're going to do it for, but that's what they're saying. Oh, there he is, the man who runs in pink. Oh, I could have done my horn, but I couldn't get my finger there in time. Just for Chris UK. It'll make your vlog, Chris. And he even had his pink top on today. It must be a bit nippy. He's normally running about with no top on at all. So yeah, it's been pretty busy. Last Saturday, went into work to do some more spray painting, finish off some of the the area in the main sort of central bit of the warehouse. I'd got so far along. I was trying to get that done before the Hive meet-up, but I never actually got round to finishing it before then. So that was kind of annoying because it left a little bit that was grotty that I wanted to get rid of. But finished that off, and on the other side, and also started angle grinding the warehouse entry point, just because of the ridge on it, and the electric pallet stacker, when it's under full load, starts getting a bit stuck on it, unless you get some momentum up. But then when you get the momentum up, it makes everything bounce, which is kind of scary when you've got a 600 kilo pallet of coffee on it and it starts all wobbling and bouncing about, and you're like, ah, this is not good. So yeah, I'm just trying to grind that down, so instead of being like a ridge, a bit of an upright ridge, make it more of an angle, so it just runs up it a bit smoother. So I kind of did my spray painting until the air compressor needed to fill itself, which it does very often when you're spray painting, and then because I really have to stop spraying then so it fills up again, otherwise while it's trying to fill and I'm spraying out, it just never catch up. I'm not sure it would do it any good because it gets pretty damn hot, that air compressor motor, and the engine bit that does the compressing of the air gets some fair heat off it, so I kind of like to give it a good rest. So I'll stop spraying, let it fill itself back up, because it runs 8 bar. I've got it set up. It'd go up to 10 if I wanted, but I only need 8 bar for the roaster. And I didn't want to overpressure the roaster, so
30 miles per hour.
I set it just to 8 bar, and that seems a good reasonable amount, to be honest. And then what it does is when it drops below 6 bar, it'll start filling itself up with compressed air again. But obviously to get it from 6 to 8 takes a while, so let that run fill itself up, go out and do some angle grinding. It was pouring with rain Saturday, pouring. But that actually was kind of good because I was in the warehouse, because it's the entryway to the warehouse. I wasn't actually outside, although I was right where the rain was. But it meant the dust from grinding down the sort of concrete was washed down by the rain. So it wasn't like I was blowing clouds of dust everywhere. It was relatively staying pretty dust free, as it were. So
check speed.
that worked quite well. And I've got it a fair way down. I've got to admit, it's very, very noisy. I mean, the angle grinder's noisy anyway, but when you're grinding stone with a stone grinding disc, it was even more. I'd like finish and just have this ringing in my ears. I've got to have glasses obviously on and a face mask for the dust, but obviously with it being so wet and humid, and the mask and then the glasses, I kept steaming up so I could barely see what the hell I was doing anyway. Not that you really need to know, you're just running the grinder along the transition bit, so it's fairly easy to follow, but it just, when it's misting up and stuff, you're like, I don't know what's going on. What's this? I don't know, there's not supposed to be any road works. That's sensible here. He's going to go and take the shortcut, I think. I don't remember any road. Well, there was none last night, so unless they've grown, roadworks appeared out of nowhere. So yeah, ground that down. I mean, it's better, but I mean, it's going to take a long time, I think, to get it up perfect. Because like I say, I kept doing that a bit until the air compressor had filled itself up, and go back to a bit of painting, then go back and do a bit of that. But yeah, it's quite wearing on the arms and the ears and everything, really. It's just really wearing. So, good on with that. Although, quite happy, I think, really, with everything. That kind of going quite well. So, Hive Blockchain, not being that active, really doing stuff. I could do with doing more. I don't know, on a night now. I'm just wiped, because every day is just like a fight to get what needs doing done. The work that's come in overnight and during the day done and out. And that's it. I'm not really progressing forward at all with any of the things I want to do. The new bags, I need to do the new images for those. Updates to websites need to do. There's just loads and loads of stuff, and I'm not really getting any of it done because I'm just keeping up with the demand of product at the moment. So, and it's kind of that thing, you've got to brace the sort of idea of taking someone on to do work. But the fear is getting coronavirus lockdown again and everything else. Will all the work dry up? Will you be paying someone to do now? Oh, it's just so complicated. So, I don't know at the moment. I'm going to just hold out and see how it all pans out, because we just don't know what's... Well, the only thing we do know that's happening at the moment is that the number of cases are increasing and hospitals are starting to get filled up. So it's generally not looking very clever. Now, what's going to happen in the future? Who knows? I mean, it could be next spring before we get a relief from it again and it warms up. Or it could be much, much longer. Just don't know. Don't know. So, yeah, they've just miraculously grown some roadworks since last night. And it apparently is some roadworks for what is basically a tiny hole. Serious? It's tiny. and it's right at the side of the road. There is zero reason to have traffic lights for that tiny little hole. You could just have people drive past it. It's even in where it's parking spaces. Ludicrous. I don't know. Utilities lot, they just do what the hell they like, really. And the thing is, they'll probably not work till Monday now, so there's those temporary lights are going to run all weekend, causing chaos for a little tiny hole that no one's going to work on till Monday. I don't care, because I'm not coming this way now until Monday night. They'll be done Monday night, because they'll come in Monday morning and do it. Oh man. So yeah, so I had a load of roasting today to do, because I've got 20 kilos of one of my customers' house blend coffees, because he desperately needs it. So I've got it in the car, so I can meet him tomorrow halfway between here and Barnsley, because that's where he is, so we can do an exchange of his coffee. I could have just sent it on a Saturday delivery carrier, but I did point out they're horribly expensive, and to save him that extra cost, I'd be willing to meet him halfway on a Saturday, because I'm just so nice like that. Honestly, I really, what's everyone doing? Why is everyone just completely no idea how to drive? It's like, we'll get here and we just don't know what we're going to do. Oh, you just sit and wait all day there. So yeah, Hive Blockchain not been doing a lot really. All ready for the hard fork, which is now going to maybe be the 14th of October, which is good. I did last week, last Friday night, after much effort and messing and fiddling and all sorts, managed to get the Hivemind Eclipse running and start syncing blocks from my own account history server, which I was really pleased about. The only thing is, at the moment, it's still syncing blocks, and it's only midway through 2018, which is really worrying, because it's just taking forever. And I'm not really sure. I mean, ideally, you want the servers on the same network, and obviously mine are separate networks, so using the internet, so that might be slowing it down a bit. Or I couldn't see make that much difference, because it's not huge amounts of data, it's only tiny amounts really, so streaming it over the internet shouldn't be too much of an issue. And I've got more than enough megs pipe, 200 megs either side, so it should be fine. But it does seem to be taking a long time. Maybe it's the server it's running on is just not up to it. I mean, it was one of my faster ones. I do have a faster server, but I don't know. So at the moment, Hivemind Eclipse is just taking forever and may not have finished itself by the time hard fork comes. But I'm not overly concerned, because obviously I've already got Hivemind on a server, which is chugging away and will be until the hard fork. And the thing is, once the hard fork has happened, I'm going to upgrade that server, wipe out the old Hivemind, which will have been no use, and there is a you can get a snapshot, so you can get a re-indexed database instead of having to wait for it to do its own indexing, which takes forever, obviously. So I'll be able to rerun it on this other server, but just start really from almost up to date, so it doesn't have to do all this chugging along resyncing, which is very slow and tedious and annoying. So yeah, we'll see how that gets on. Right, I'm done. So have a good weekend, next week, and I'll catch you in next week's coffee vlog. Okay, see ya.